Hello, this is the first of a series of pop-up card studio demonstrations that I'm going to do using the Make the Cuts pop-up card studio. It's a new program just out. It makes pop-up cards and to be cut on your cutting machines. First off, we'll start. This is what it looks like when you launch the program. We'll get a new screen, your new project, and what it'll come up with is the default size of 8.5 and 5.5 height. Click OK. You can change this to whatever size you want to make it. Click OK. It'll open up. This by default comes in as a position 1 inch from the back of your card. This is your working area up to this fold line when you're 1 inch from the back of the card. Anything higher than this fold line, and it'll be when the card is folded, it'll be sticking out of your card. As you bring this plane forward, say to any thing, you'll notice that this white dotted line goes down, and when it's on say 2 inches, your design area is just this up to this white line. Otherwise, when it's, as I said, when it's folded, any work above this will be sticking out of your folded card. We'll take this back to 1, and we'll work 1 inch from the back of the card. We'll just do a simple word card, and you can view the card at any time by holding down the right mouse key, using the mouse and turning it around upside down to the back. You see we'll be working on this plane here. That's 1 inch from the back of your card, which is here, and just holding down the mouse key and using your thing, that's the right key I mean, and you can pan around like that, have it at any angle. If you want it back to normal, you just click on this here, click, and it's back to where it comes in as a default. Well, we'll get started and you'll get an idea of what this actually does. We'll start off, we'll bring in text. We'll come over here, bring in, say Arial, and we'll bring in the word. So you click over here and you type over here in this text. We'll say, alright, we'll do a welcome. We'll go add. If you don't want to do that, you just start type in here, click add, and then it's on your board. We'll go back to here. Now, the first thing to do is, you'll notice that in a lot of fonts that the top of the circular fonts like the C, the O, the S's and things like that will not be flat. You need a flat surface up the top and down the bottom to anchor to your card. So we go over here, click on this icon, up to here, horizontal lines, and click on that to have it highlighted, and you click OK. So what we see now is the WEL is okay because they've got straight lines up on the top, which have turned yellow since we've turned on that icon. The M and the E, but the C, the C and the O on the bottom aren't. That's easy fixed. You can still use this font. All you do is you go over this cropping tool, and with inclusive rectangle, we'll just go to the whole word and suet. Now what we've done is whatever was in the middle of that rectangle is now chopped. So we've now got anchor points at the bottom and the top of the rounded letters. We go back up to the selection tool. What we need to do now is, this is the plane that we're working on, which is 1 inch, position 1 inch from the back. We want to put this on there. We want it centered. You don't have to have it centered. This card will have it centered. So you push on the center, and then you push on this button, align to the bottom of the plane. So now we know that now that's down on the bottom of the plane. If you click on it again, it'll say it's already there. It's nothing to do. Right, so that's now anchored to the bottom of the card. Now we need, I'll show you this. See, it's sitting out there. That's where it would have been if it was cut. When it's cut, it would have been there. When the card's folded to 90 degrees, that's where it is. But we need anchor points to push these letters up from the bottom. So we'll go back to here. Now we go over here, we click on bottom. That will take the plane from the back to the bottom. Now that's 1 inch up and our lettering's 1 inch. Now you can just tell that by hold down the shift. I've gone down, go down arrow. You see these lines have now turned red. If you hold down the shift and the control and push the up arrow, it'll go to that, and you know that you're on the right level when they turn from red to yellow. Yellow is what we've got to use. Now what we do is hold down the right mouse key and the control key, move it up by using your mouse, then take your hand off the control key and just roll your mouse down with holding the right hand key. We've got that in front of us. So the letters we can still see, but we can see the top of the plane. We can zoom in by using the roller on our mouse. And what we're going to do is now we're going to do our anchors. Now, the best thing to do is have this snapping point anything from 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. If you go down to the other ones, I'll show you that in a minute, but it makes it a lot harder to do your anchor points. I'll do it on 1/4 of an inch. That's what I prefer. We go over here to the Bezier tool, Bezier straight line tool. Then we go over here to the 2-point rec. We click on that. Now we go over here. You can hold the control key down using the right mouse, and you can bring that in front of you so you've got a better view. Zoom in a bit. I'm going to put, you know when you're in the right place, because when you get to the corner where you want the anchor point, they go to dotted lines. They're not. The lines, both horizontal and vertical, aren't dotted. We click here with our left button. We take a hand off our left button. We go across diagonal until you see the dotted lines to the diagonal at the top of that letter. Click. We've just done 1 anchor point for the wording. Go to the next one. When it turns dotted, click. This is the benefit of having it on snapping. Turns dotted very quickly. Get up to the top, go click. If you go like this and you go past, you lose the dotted lines, but if you were to click there, you've just put a hole in the back of the card, and your anchor isn't anchored to the back of the card, it's just sitting floating in thin air. So you can just go back, click the dotted point, click. See, I just went past there then and there was no line, so you know you've gone too far. Dotted lines, click. Hold the control key down, move your card over with your right mouse key. back to the next letter, click, click. Now you only click, you don't hold the key down and drag it out there, because that's not what you do. You click here, let go of the button, click there. Now, if this is where, when I first started using the program, it was on about here. You're forever trying to get them both to turn. That one turns dotted, but now you have to get the next one dotted. When you get one dotted and you move the next one, right, if I was to go like that, and then go like this, no dotted lines, right, if I pan around here now, it's what I call a broken, these are all joined, but this is what you call a broken anchor point, and the card's just in thin air, so this will not be joined to the back of the card, this will be cut. So that's not what that's why you've got to look, take your time and look for the anchor points, the dotted lines, so then you know the anchor points are in the right place. Right, we go, take that one away. So best to have these snapping points on, click, click. It just becomes, the more you do it, the easier it is. It doesn't take long to make a card, as you can see. This is in real time, I'm not speeding up at all. And really, even with me showing you different points along the way, the card is now finished. Now you can view this card by turning off your plane here. Go down here and turn off your horizontal lines. And here's your card. It's all ready. Now it's all ready when you know that you see there's no white lines across here like we've seen up here when I was showing the card. Now this card is finished and ready. We can save this card by up here. Go click. So we've saved the card. Now we can view it by clicking on this virtual snapshot, going to preview. It will render your card. And your card comes through, looks like that. That's what it looks like. That's what it would look like in virtual on paper. You can also, by clicking on here and clicking on thumbnail, set as thumbnail, and then if you go save, now if I was to go and open that card, and when I click on this, there's your thumbnail that comes up. If not, if you don't save a thumbnail, the thumbnail will be just the screen that you were last on when you saved it. So that is the first of the cards lessons using Pop-Up Card Studio from Make to Cut. So that is now all ready to just cut on your cutting machine and mounting into a solid folded card. This is what it will look like when it was folded. When it was getting cut, it's out flat like that. You can take that back to just normal. Then you can change the transparency to get a better idea of what exactly it's like. You can't see through now. You can use your right mouse key and move your mouse around and see what it looks like at all angles. And I hope this helps, and be sure to stay tuned for some more videos. This is my first try at making a video like this. Come back soon. Don't forget, you can get this pop-up card studio by clicking on the button below and take you to Make the Cut. Or you can get it on my website at susanbluerobot.blogspot.com.au. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.